Hello everyone and welcome back to Altcoin Buzz. Today we are going to review Polkadot or DOT USDT pair, and we are going to see where the price of Polkadot is heading. So as you can see from this graph, the 40.8 or the $41 region has been acting as a pretty strong resistance. So on a longer time frame, for Polkadot to continue the bullish momentum, we need to reclaim this $41 resistance zone and try to close above it to continue for the continuation of a much higher move upwards. Now let's look back at a smaller time frame and see where Polkadot is could head in a smaller time frame. So if you look at this drop, so Polkadot, the dots tried to establish some sort of a stable support at around the $14.2 region, but it was not able to maintain this support zone, and it dropped back towards the earlier support zone, which was around the $10.2 region, as you can see from here. So the $10.2, $10.3 region is acting as a pretty good resistance earlier, which was broken. And now after this entire price discovery, it came back to establish a support back at a $10.3 region. So this was wonderful support for DOT. And from this point, we have started seeing a change in the trend of Polkadot price. So let's see at which particular price should we enter a long position or a short position, and what should be the possible targets. So since there was a clear change in trend from the $10.3 region, so let's try to plot our extended fibs from the $10.3 region to see where the price of Polkadot might be heading. So this was the start of the trend. This was probably the local top, and as you can see, so this could have perhaps been the local bottom for plotting the extended fibs. So taking all these 3 points into consideration, now let's see where the price of Polkadot is heading. So it started changing the trend once it reached the support zone of $10.3. It started going upwards, went all the way up somewhere around the $29, $30 region, and came back. This was a pretty good support of $25.88 as well, but this support was not maintained, and it dropped back towards the probably a mid support between the $25 and $20 region. So we've plotted this fib in this particular fashion. So let's see where the price of DOT is heading. So there are multiple scenarios that we could see here for bullish and bearish continuation. So as you can see, if you plotted the extended fibs, so this 0.618, which is always one of the important fib that we need to consider. So as you can see, that perfectly coincides with the previous tap of resistance zone. So it went up all the way towards the $35 region and got rejected and dropped back towards the $25 region. So in order for the bullish momentum to continue, let's see what should be the possibility. The first important possibility is DOT has to by anyhow stay above the 25.88. This support zone is very important. So as long as this support maintains, so we will start seeing a move somewhat, like it could drop down a little bit towards this zone, and we could start seeing a move upward in this particular fashion, reaching towards the $35, which is the 0.618 fib region. Now depending on, so this move quite likely is going to be possible, like a drop down towards the $25 region, $25, $26 region, followed by a bullish continuation towards the $35 region. Now what happens if this particular zone is going to be important for us? So if this 35, the 0.618 fib, which is acting as a resistance now, if this can be flipped to support, that means if you can see a move somewhat of this sort, where it comes back, tests it for a confirmation of resistance to support flip, then we could start seeing a move back up towards the $41 region. So this is one scenario that is going to be possible, provided this resistance breaks and we reach the main resistance zone, which has been acting as a resistance for almost over a year now, and this is the $42 region. Now once this $42 region or the $40 region has been reached, so breaking this resistance is going to be very important, which is not going to be possible most likely in the first attempt. So we could see a move somewhat of this sort, where this zone gets broken, it comes back to retest this for support, followed by break of this resistance. Now if this resistance gets broken, so let's see what possible targets could we see at. So we can see from the extended fibs that DOT could definitely, if the $41 region gets broken, this resistance gets broken, it gets flipped to support. So we could start seeing a much larger move somewhere towards, first stop would be around $54, followed by a stop towards 73, and all the way up towards $92. There is another 4.618 fib, which is over $100. So these targets are pretty much possible if this zone can be successfully reclaimed back to resistance, from resistance to support zone. Now let's see what could happen if this zone gets rejected. So in terms of a bearish scenario, we could, if this zone again gets rejected, then DOT is going to keep accumulating between the $41 to the $34 region, And if even the support at $34 breaks, so we could start seeing a drop down towards the $25 region. So this could be one of the possible scenarios. So in terms of where should we place the correct long orders and where should we place, which would be good entry points. So as per our analysis, one of the major reasons to region to watch would be the $25, 25.8, and the $26 region. So you can start placing your long orders here with a stop loss below these wicks. So you can place your long orders here. Try to take a profit at around $35 region and observe how it reacts at the $35 region. If $35 breaks and it starts accumulating above, so then you can, once the resistance to support flip has been confirmed, so you can start placing your long orders at 35 with a target at 42. 42 is a place where you should definitely take your target profits because this has been acting as a pretty strong resistance zone on a longer time frame as well. And if the $42 region gets broken, you can take your profits at 42. And if this $42 region, if this zone gets flipped to support, then you can immediately start placing your long orders here with targets, with the targets that we have seen before, with as high as $104. So these could be the 54, 73, 92, 104 could be the 4 possible target zones. So the recommendation is long here, close your position here. See if this resistance gets flipped to support. So long at around 26, close your position at 34.9 or 35. Wait for a resistance to support flip. If this resistance gets flipped to support, again place your long orders at 35 with a target of around $41, $42. And if this zone also gets flipped to support, so then you can again place another long order at $41, $42 with much higher targets. And this could be a much safer sailing if this can be successfully reclaimed back to support. And on a contrary scenario, if you have taken up a long position here and taken down your profits here, and if this zone starts getting broken, so on a scalping perspective, you can start opening a short position here with targets at around $25. So you can keep swinging between this and that particular, this 25 and the $35 region. So you can keep on swinging between these and wait for either the support to break or the resistance to break to enter long-term positions. And coming to those $25 region, and what happens if this zone breaks? So this could also be a possibility. If this zone breaks, so then we'll probably wait out to see where the support is forming, and we could have probably two buy orders placed, one at 20, and wait for another drop towards $14 region. So if the support, so if you're longing at 25, just keep your stop loss a bit below the $25 region, and if this support breaks, so it is most likely going to go down towards 20 and 14, in which case you can exit your positions and wait for your buy orders at 20 and 14 to get filled for a continued movement somewhat in this particular fashion. So this zone is not going to act as a very strong support in our opinion, and you can just wait for this zone to reach, and in the worst case scenario it could again tap back towards $10 regions. So this would be a fantastic long opportunity, but it all depends on how the $25 region acts. So this region is not going to break so easily. So it would be safe to place your long orders here, but keep your stop losses below just in case this breaks, with target profits of 34, 40 and above as we have spoken before. And if this support breaks, immediately close your position and wait for the price to drop towards $20, $14 and place your orders here. And if we are lucky, we might get another good entry at around $10 region. Looking at the stochastic RSIs, so we can see that the stochastic RSIs right now are currently in a bit of oversold region. So it could, and it has not yet started curving, so which coincides with the fact that we could start seeing a drop towards this $25 region as a support. So in that case, the stochastic RSI will drop down, start curling upwards. And if this happens and it goes in the oversold region and starts curling upwards, that means we could start seeing this scenario in place. So the most possible scenario is going to be this, when it drops towards 25 and goes up towards 34, flips this back to support, goes up towards 40, 41, flips this back to support and goes up all the way towards $104. So that's about Polkadot, and stay tuned to Altcoin Buzz and we'll see much more price analysis videos. Thank you.